Shocking truth revealed. New theories on Elvis Presley's mysterious death.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily News English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Peter. We're so happy you're here to learn English with us today.
That's right. We take interesting news stories and talk about them in a way that helps you understand new words and practice your listening.
Wow, Anna, what a headline. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll.
Absolutely, Peter. It's a story that has fascinated people for decades, and new information keeps coming out.
It really does. And for someone so famous, it's surprising how much was kept secret.
Exactly. So, what exactly is this new information about his death? Many people only know the basic story.
Well, it talks about his final days and the new theories. It's quite a sad story.
Yes, Elvis died way back in 1977. He was found at his home, Graceland, in the bathroom.
That's right. And for a long time, his family kept the full details of his death a secret.
They did. They sealed his autopsy report. An autopsy is when doctors check a body after someone dies to find out why.
So, it's a very important medical investigation, right? And it was sealed for a long time.
For 50 years. So it was shrouded in mystery for a very long time. That's our first key phrase.
Shrouded in mystery, meaning nobody knew the full truth. It was a big secret. I see.
Exactly. But the news story talks about how his health had already deteriorated badly before he died.
Deteriorated, meaning it got worse and worse, right? He wasn't healthy anymore.
Precisely. It mentions he had many health problems because of drug abuse and eating a lot of junk food.
And drug abuse means taking too much medicine or using drugs not given by a doctor, which can really harm your body.
That's it. And junk food means unhealthy food, like lots of cheeseburgers and fries.
Spot on, Anna. He was eating so much junk food, the story says he weighed about 25 stone. That's incredibly heavy.
To give our listeners an idea, Peter, 25 stone is about 160 kilograms, or over 350 pounds. That's like 2 average adult men.
Wow, that puts it into perspective. And it got so bad that he needed a full-time nurse.
Yes, and he reportedly even refused to bathe sometimes in the year before he died, leading to sores all over his body.
That sounds really sad, Anna. It's so far from the energetic Elvis we remember.
I agree. One big problem he suffered from was called chronic constipation.
Oh, chronic constipation. That means having a lot of trouble going to the bathroom, right? And it happens often for a long time.
You got it. And the autopsy, even though it was secret, did reveal some shocking things about that.
Like what? This is really getting into the sad details of his last days.
It said he had old, hard waste in his body from not being able to go to the bathroom for months.
Months? That sounds incredibly painful and dangerous for his body. And he was taking a lot of medicine?
He was. He was also taking a lot of prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs are medicines that a doctor tells you to take, right? Not just any medicine you can buy.
Correct. But he was taking many, many of them, almost 9,000 pills and injections in just 7 months.
That's an enormous amount of medicine. It's no wonder his health was so bad. Poor Elvis.
His girlfriend at the time, Ginger Alden, was the one who found him. She wrote about it in her memoir.
Oh, that must have been a very upsetting moment for her.
She found him on the bathroom floor. His pajama bottoms were around his ankles. It was a very distressing scene.
So, for a long time, people thought he died while trying to go to the bathroom.
Yes, that was one of the main theories. Doctors called it Valsalva's maneuver.
Can you explain Valsalva's maneuver for our listeners, Anna? It sounds very medical.
Sure, it means pushing very, very hard when you try to go to the bathroom. This can put too much pressure on your heart.
And that pressure could make your heart stop, especially if you're already very sick and your heart is weak.
Exactly. Another popular idea was that he took too many drugs, what we call a drug overdose.
A drug overdose means someone takes so much medicine or drugs that it harms them, maybe even causes death. It's very serious.
Right. But a medical expert who looked at the case again later, Dr. Joseph Davis, had a different idea.
Oh, really? What was his theory? What did he think happened?
He thought Elvis had a seizure. A seizure is when your brain has a sudden, uncontrolled burst of activity.
So, like an electric storm in the brain, and it makes your body shake or you fall down suddenly?
That's a good way to think about it, Peter. He believed Elvis had a seizure and fell onto the floor, already dead.
Wow. And this doctor said it wasn't a drug overdose, because an overdose usually makes you sleepy first.
Yes, he argued that Elvis would have tried to get help if it was an overdose, not just suddenly fallen like that.
That makes sense. So, the mystery continued even after these ideas. Everyone still wondered.
It did. But then, a doctor named Forrest Tennant looked at Elvis's private medical records.
So, he got to see some of the super private details that were usually secret? That's quite a privilege.
Yes, he did. And he found that Elvis had many, many health problems, affecting almost all his organs.
Organs, like his heart, liver, stomach, lungs, and brain, right? All the important parts inside your body.
Precisely. And Dr. Tennant thought these problems couldn't just be from drugs and bad food alone. There had to be something more.
That's interesting. So he was looking for a deeper cause for all his sickness.
He believed it all started with a serious head injury Elvis had way back in 1967.
A head injury? Like hitting his head really hard on something?
Yes, he reportedly stumbled over a TV cord and hit his head on a bathtub, a very bad accident.
Wow, that sounds like a very bad fall. How could that lead to all these health problems years later? That seems strange.
This is where it gets really scientific. Dr. Tennant's theory is that the trauma, that injury, caused tiny bits of brain tissue to break off.
Brain tissue means tiny parts of the brain itself getting loose inside his head?
Yes, And these tiny bits then got into Elvis's bloodstream where they shouldn't be.
Okay, so the body's defense system saw these brain bits in the blood and thought they were dangerous, like bad germs?
Exactly. His body then started to attack them, like it would attack a germ or a virus that makes you sick.
And this is what's called an autoimmune disorder, right? A tricky name for a tricky problem.
Yes, that's our next key vocabulary word. An autoimmune disorder is when your body's defense system gets confused.
And instead of fighting only bad germs, it starts fighting parts of your own body by mistake.
You've got it. And back then, doctors didn't understand these kinds of conditions very well at all.
So Elvis's body was basically attacking itself because of that old head injury? That's truly heartbreaking.
That's the theory. This could explain his chronic pain, his weight gain, and the damage to his organs like his heart and bowels.
That's a huge shift in understanding, from just constipation or overdose to a brain injury and autoimmune disorder. It makes more sense.
A forensic coroner named Gary Rogers later said that based on this, he would call Elvis's death an accident.
An accident? So not because of one specific thing, but a whole chain of events that started with that head injury?
Right. He said Elvis was a very sick man. And at the time, doctors just didn't have the full picture or understanding.
So, no one to blame, no big secret cover-up, just a complex medical situation that wasn't understood then. What a story.
Precisely. It really changes how we think about the king's final days, and it's a powerful lesson about health. Now is a great time to pause and check out the vocabulary for this story.
Okay, Anna, let's dive into some of the important words from this story.
Great idea, Peter. Our first word is shrouded in mystery.
Ah, shrouded in mystery. When something is shrouded in mystery, it means it's not clear. Nobody knows all the facts or the full truth about it.
Like an old castle that everyone says is haunted, its secrets are shrouded in mystery.
Perfect example. Next up, we had autopsy.
An autopsy is a special medical examination. Doctors perform it on a body after someone dies.
And the reason is to find out exactly why that person died. What happened inside their body?
Yes, it's like a deep, deep checkup, but after death. Our next word is deteriorated.
If something has deteriorated, it means it has become worse over time. It's gotten sicker or weaker.
Like a very old car that used to run well, but its engine has deteriorated over the years.
Exactly. Then we talked about chronic constipation.
Chronic constipation means having difficulty going to the bathroom for a long time, and it happens often. It's not just a one-time thing.
So it's a constant problem that doesn't go away easily.
That's right. And then we had prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs are medicines that you can only get from a pharmacy if a doctor writes a special note or prescription for them.
They're not like candies. You need a doctor's approval to take them.
Right. And finally, autoimmune disorder.
This one sounds a bit complicated, but it just means your body's own defense system, which usually fights off germs,
Gets confused and starts fighting your own healthy body parts by mistake.
like your body's security guard suddenly thinking your own house is an enemy and attacking it.
That's a fantastic example, Anna. It's when your body attacks itself.
Now it's your turn, listeners. We've heard many theories about Elvis Presley's death. Which theory do you find most interesting or most believable, and why? Think about what we discussed and tell us what you think.
So, to sum up our story on Elvis Presley, we learned that his death was originally shrouded in mystery. His health had deteriorated due to drug abuse and unhealthy eating, leading to severe issues like chronic constipation. Early theories included straining on the toilet or a drug overdose. But newer ideas suggest a head injury many years before might have caused an autoimmune disorder, making his body attack itself.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Daily News English podcast. We hope you learned some new English words and enjoyed our discussion. If you liked this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more English learning fun, and leave a comment below telling us what you think about Elvis's story.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye for now.